Hey everybody, Rose Matter here. Welcome back to part 25 of my Danganronpa Trigger Happy Havoc Let's Play. In the last episode, things went completely off the rails. We have another murder investigation we have to do, and we're not even sure who it is that got murdered. And it could potentially be me that's the murderer. And then on top of that, we found out that everything that's happened is being broadcast to the entire world. So what the hell's up with that? So in this episode, we are going to get the investigation underway and hopefully do at least the beginning of the class trial. So this will be the last class trial, and I am super jazzed to get this going. So without further ado, let's get into it. Alright, so here we are with the burned body and some like kick-ass music playing. This is really making me want to like get this done. So alright, let's start with the body. I'm pretty sure I haven't done any of this yet. Alright, and that's another thing too, we don't know if it's Kyoko or if it's this mysterious 16 student. Like I said, we don't know who the body belongs to. I noted in the last episode I was like, oh, I don't think it's Kyoko because like she doesn't have this stuff on her hands, but then I realized, well, she wears gloves all the time, so it very well could be her. Huh? There's something weird about the body's fingernails. Oh, these are fake nails, they're really long. They seem like they get in the way of normal activity. There's also something on the back of her right hand. I was like, the little tattoo thing to me is a little bit more obvious than the nails, but is this a tattoo? It got burned, so I can't make out the whole thing, but it looks like it's a picture of a dog or something. I've never seen anything like it before. Alright, and I did note too, like these boots kind of look like Kyoko's. I'm really hoping it's not her. I don't think Kyoko would go out this like easily, but the lower half of the body didn't get wet at all. After the body blew up, the top half got set on fire, so I dumped a bucket of water on it, which explains why the bottom half isn't wet. There's nothing strange about that, right? The upper half of the body got set on fire in the explosion, so it's totally blackened. Also, the top half of the body is wet. That's because it got set on fire and I threw water on it. Since I only threw water on the part that was on fire, the top half, the bottom half is still dry. In other words, there's nothing strange about the top half being wet. There isn't, right? The fact that they keep saying that over and over, I gotta take note of that. Something about the top half being wet, the bottom half being dry. And I'm sure at some point the sprinkler I'm guessing is going to come into play. Something, because the water thing reminded me of that. And there was that whole thing about the sprinklers coming on at a certain time, on the dot, all the time. Alright, so I've checked the hands. Alright, the white jacket the victim was wearing got totally burnt up. There's only one little piece left. Alright, did I see everything? Okay, I guess I have. Okay, there's something over here. Oh. Alright, these look like fragments of something. They're all burnt, so I can't really be sure, but I feel like I've seen something like this before. I'm really trying to rack my brain of what that is. Wait, was it there? I'll have to double check that later. I don't know what that is though, and I feel dumb that I don't. Okay, so speaking of checking a place out, someone told me to check out the biolab, so I have to remember to do that. There's a knife laying on the ground. Is this... It must be the knife that was stuck in the body before it exploded. The force of the explosion must have thrown it over here. The Monokuma file says the knife went all the way through the body from front to back. Man. Whoever killed that person must have been really strong. Does that mean this knife is what caused the fatal injury? And I still don't know if it was me who killed the person or not. Either way, this knife, it looks really familiar. Well, we've already established that this is the knife, this is the one that was in my room. Wait, is this? At least I'm pretty sure we've established this. That's it. Or maybe I just kind of got ahead of myself and was like, well, that's clearly the knife. It's the knife that person was holding. This is getting really weird. There are just too many strange coincidences. Whoever the person in the mask was that attacked me last night, they were holding that knife. And that same knife was used to stab that same masked attacker we found here. So maybe this masked person got stabbed because when they attacked, I was in kind of a trance. Maybe I reacted by grabbing the knife. And maybe then oh, so he's finally making that connection that he might be the one who did it. And if this really is Kyoko, it would mean Kyoko was the one that attacked me. I don't think so. At least I don't want to believe so. But why the mask? I just don't know. I don't remember anything clearly from last night. No, it can't be. There's no way. It's not going to be that straightforward. It can't be. Of course. Good timing, Makoto. I wanted to talk to you. What do you want to talk about?
So, in other words...
Oh, snap! I'd like to hear your alibi. Alibi?
In other words...
Correct. I'd love to hear where you were after nighttime began last night. Oh, I guess I would be pretty suspicious considering that everyone else was all together and I was, conveniently not feeling well. Well, I was sick, so I was asleep all night. But why are you asking about that now, and what's nighttime got to do with it?
Naturally.
Isn't it obvious? This murder took place after nighttime. How can you know that for sure? Because just after nighttime began, I came to the garden. I was going around looking for everyone so I could tell them about Monokuma. Hiro's been spending most of his time in the garden the last few days, so I figured he'd be here. And I can confirm when I arrived last night, there was no body here.
In other words...
So the murder could only have taken place at some point during nighttime after I left the garden. Okay, so here... I guess they had to go big with this last, class trial. So now I have to defend myself because I'm going to be the suspect here. However, Toko, Hiro, Hina, and I were in the gym together the entire night last night. And yeah, we can't say it was Kyoko because Byakuya is, he's convinced that Kyoko was the one who got murdered, so she's out as a suspect. What? Once I found Hiro in the garden, we immediately went to Toko and Hina's room to get them. At that point, we all went to the gym and began dismantling Monokuma. As a precaution, we made sure not to go anywhere alone. We even went to the bathroom in pairs. In other words, all four of us have airtight alibis. Oh, that is not good for me. The only ones who don't have alibis are me and Kyoko.
That's right.
And if the victim really is Kyoko, then I'm the only one without an alibi. Also, when we went to go get Hina and Toko, we stopped by your room as well.
What?
But you never came to the door, so where precisely were you? And now it's gonna be the whole thing, Toko's gonna be she'll probably realize that this is the knife she gave to me, and now the knife is in the body, and it's just, not looking good for me. I'm telling the truth, I was in my room, but I was dead asleep. I had a fever, so that's hardly an alibi. I know. So, what now? You seem to be at quite the disadvantage here. I'm the only one without an alibi. That's really bad, isn't it? That's, putting it mildly. Darn. Now everyone's gonna go against me. Alright, I'll talk to everyone, see if they have anything to say. It's 11 o'clock right now. Okay, and...
Serious?
Oh, well, I was just thinking about when we first found the body. When the body was found, huh? I should look back at what I did this morning to help me remember what that was. Okay, I'm glad that they do this because it's been a week since I played, so I'm a little rusty on the time of things. Monokuma's announcement woke me up at 7 o'clock as usual, and I headed for the dining hall pretty soon. Once I got there, I met up with Hina. That was right around 7:30. Then I headed to the gym where everyone else was waiting. Next, Toko went to go get the pickaxe, and that's when she found the body. What time was it then? It was 9, right? Toko, what time is it? Well, when we left the gym, it was just before 9 o'clock, so it's probably 9 on the dot now. Okay, so this is another thing I'm gonna have to be careful with, is timing of things. It's right. It had to have been right around 9 o'clock. Oh, now that you mention it, I think you're right. So I think we can say for sure the body was found at 9 a.m. Okay, my job's done. Thank you, Hero. That's a pretty small job. I wouldn't really trust him with much more, though. So who does the body belong to? Whoever it is, I'm not gonna look. I don't want to faint anymore. Listen, Makoto. Do you remember how the body looked, you know, before it blew up? If I remember right, it was wearing some kind of mask and a big white coat. Also, there was a knife sticking out of the stomach, and the area around it was stained with blood. Apparently, the wound had stopped bleeding, but the blood on the body was still wet. Byakuya said not to touch it to avoid getting all bloody. But for how much blood there was on the body, I didn't see any on the ground around it.
Okay.
Wow, thanks. That was a big help. Now that you explained it, I totally remember how it looked. Well, having to talk about it like that helped me remember it a lot better too. So thank you too. Okay, so the fact that there wasn't a lot of blood around, so someone must have brought the body here. And then there's the whole thing about so the fact that there wasn't any water on the bottom part of the body must have happened after 7 a.m. because the sprinklers would have gone off. So if the body had been here before 7 a.m., it would have got wet. So then I have an alibi too. Okay, cool. That's something at least. Speaking of the sprinkler system, I'm gonna make a note of that and see if they mention it. And this is the panel that controls the sprinklers. And also, Monokuma said that no one is able to, like, mess with it or alter it. So it will go off at 7 no matter what. 7:30, sorry. They're set to turn on at 7:30 every morning. And Monokuma said the time positively couldn't be changed. Wait, hold on. So the sprinklers turn on at 7:30 each morning, right? Then if the body was here before then, haha. Okay, I gotta stop getting ahead of things. I'm just too good. Okay, I'm getting cocky, sorry. Okay, if the body was here before then, the sprinkler should have gotten it wet. Which would mean the murder must have taken place. Okay, so the murder... The thing, yeah, between the sprinkler and the fact that there wasn't a pool of blood around the head is making, yeah, the murder must have happened, so maybe Kyoko did it. That would be quite the twisteroonie. Alright. This room is dusty and disorganized. In other words, a pretty stereotypical tool shed. Is that a oh, this might be the thing that was used to move the body. Wait, was there a tarp in here before? I don't think there was. I should probably look into that. It could be related to the case. Although it doesn't look bloody, but it looks pretty dirty. The top is wet and covered with mud and grime, but the underside is totally clean and completely dry. One side of the tarp is wet and dirty. Something about that bothers me. It's the one thing in here that concerns me. Alright, so I'm gonna take a look at the pickaxe just because. Okay, so I think that's the game telling me, like, okay, you just needed to look at the tarp, and that's it. What if the chickens did it? The chickens totally had something to do with that. Wait a minute, 4! One of the chickens did it.
Yo.
He's on the lam right now. He's a murderer. It's like Phoenix Wright, where you put the parrot on the stand and interrogate it. Can I put a chicken on the stand? What's going on, Makoto? Oh, I'm glad you're here. Listen, do you remember how many chickens there were in here? Of course, there were precisely 5. And, like, the fact that they kept saying that thing about numbering things, like, they were very particular about that. Had a feeling that was gonna come back. Yeah, right?
Huh?
What's wrong? There's only 4 chickens here now. We're 1 short. Huh? It's so weird. I wonder when it disappeared.
But
I was down here just before nighttime last night, and I were definitely 5 chickens then. What are we gonna do? Going from 5 to 4 is gonna have an impact on the structure of the world.
conspiracy!
It's like a jigsaw puzzle. If even a single piece disappears, the entire world will remain unfinished. I did my best to ignore Hiro and focus on the problem at hand. Why did one of the chickens disappear? Could it be related to the case? Maybe Hina ate one. Alright, I think I've checked everything I need to in this area, but I'm not done yet. There are other areas I need to check. Specifically that fragment I found before. There's somewhere I need to go in order to confirm my suspicions. I still don't know what that, like, where that's from. I assume once I get to wherever it is, it'll tell me what it is. Is that corpse really Kyoko? If that's true... Was that also Kyoko who attacked me last night? Oh, but you can see that the fingernails weren't on the hands there, derp. I can't believe I just noticed that. So someone must have put those fingernails either on after, or it's a completely different person. If I can find out more about her, maybe I can answer that question. Kyoko was never the kind of person to talk about herself all that much. Maybe if I can get into her room, I'll be able to find out more. The key to her room.
It's all clear.
Oh, Byakuya's got it. Okay. Well, I mean, if it's pertaining to the case, I would hope that, if anything, he could go in and check it out.
What?
No, Kyoko, I miss you. I haven't seen her in so long. I don't have a choice. I have to see if he'll let me borrow her room key. Maybe I'll trade him a pair of... I'll give him a thong, maybe, and see. It's like, hey, he trades these? Because someone in the comments actually told me, like, for gift giving, he actually doesn't mind getting the thong. Hey, Byakuya? If you do come up with an alibi, I'll be happy to hear it later at the class trial. Oh, no, it's not about that. You have the key to Kyoko's room, right? I was hoping I could borrow it. I'm afraid I can't take that risk. You're the prime suspect, after all.
What?
Of course, if I were to go with you, that would be a different story. Then, will you go with me? Of course not. Okay, sorry, I have my own agenda to take care of. Find me again later, and we'll see.
Goodbye.
Depending on my mood, I may go with you, or I may not. Of course. Come back later, huh? Alright, then in the meantime, I should look around somewhere else. Maybe I should check out that one area. I'm assuming... I hope it's the biolab he's talking about? Okay, good. I'm glad I didn't have that weird glitch that I had in the last episode with the, like, the bird chirping and everything following me around everywhere I went. Okay, it's the biolab. Oh god, I'm just like so... I'm so turned around. Okay, biolab's over here if I'm not mistaken. Ah. Huh. Okay. So maybe I'll have to check it out later? Okay, I feel really dumb that I don't know what room specifically they say to check out, so, I mean... I'm gonna go into the murder room here and see. I don't think so. Oh, maybe I'll try the data center? Alright, there it is, finally. Okay, I hope there's something to investigate here, and usually they tell me, like, if there's something that I need to, like... Alright, I'm just gonna look around and... I assume, like, the new rooms that have opened up are the rooms that I should check out. Alright, these computers are way nicer than the one Alter Ego was installed on. The power's on, but the systems are locked. Is this what the mastermind had been using to monitor the network? It's a pretty crazy, like, I'm thinking back, like, what a revelation about, like, this being basically a big reality show. It's a TV. Apparently this killing game is being broadcast live across the world. Thinking about it is making my head start to creak again, so I better stop. Maybe I wasn't supposed to come here. Wait, there's this door, although it's probably not gonna open. Nope. Alright, well, that didn't really seem to... Nothing really came of that. Alright. Okay, so let me think. So data center, didn't really find anything. I'm trying to think of, like, all the new stuff. Biolab isn't open to me yet. Checked out the murder room. There was nothing in there. What other rooms opened up? Okay. I might, like, I'm just gonna go and check out rooms, and I might skip ahead if it's gonna take too long. I'm just trying to think of, like, what other rooms... So I can't really go to Kyoko's room right now because I don't have the key yet. So I'm gonna have to trigger something in order to get Byakuya to give me the key. Just kind of running through, hoping something's gonna jog my memory. Oh, there's the gym, because the Monokuma is there. So that's something new. So I'll check that out, and hopefully I get something from there. Wait, where am I going? Jeez. Ran right by it. So one thing about having all the floors open up is just like, that's more floors where you have to backtrack and like try and remember. Oh, okay, there he is. I was like, oh, he's not even here. Because I didn't really get a chance to check him out. Alright, Monokuma's laying dismantled on the floor, but I figured it wouldn't be here.
You know?
I just found something. What is it? Oh, the bomb, that's right. What? A bomb. There's one installed in every Monokuma robot, I'm sure.
What?
Yeah, but wasn't it deactivated? The bomb went missing. There's no doubt about that. The Oh! Derp! Okay, so that was the thing that it was. I'm like, wow. Didn't even think about the bomb. The fragments I found in the garden, so someone took the bomb from here and put it on the body. Okay, I've checked everything else I can think of. All that's left now, Kyoko's room. Oh, wow, that was actually a really quick investigation. I thought I'd have to explore a lot more rooms. Alright, let's see if Byakuya will let me go to the room. Alright, Byakuya, be cool. Come on. Plus, I really want to check out Kyoko's room. You think you can go soon, Byakuya?
Let's go.
You wanted to check out Kyoko's room, right? Very well, let's go. Oh, wait for me. Byakuya walked off without a second glance, and I hurried after him on our way to the dorms. Well then, here we go. Byakuya took out the key and slid it into the keyhole, and then... What if she was in there? And it's open. Although, wait, no, she wouldn't be able to get in. She doesn't have the key. Derp. Looks like it, thanks. I'm just waiting for her to pop out at any moment now. So, well, it's not really much in here. So this is Kyoko's room. Although I do see something here I want to check out. There's something on the table. It's a woodblock decoration.
What?
What's that? What purpose does it serve? I think it's probably a key. The lockers at those really traditional public bathhouses use them for their lockers. I wouldn't know. I've never gone to a public bathhouse. That doesn't really surprise me. It's hard to picture Byakuya doing something like that.
It's certainly
But if it is a key, I think I might know what it unlocks. Really? What? Unless I'm mistaken. I'm pretty sure I saw something in the dojo that this might go to. Oh, okay, well, I guess that's where we're heading. The dojo. Is there nothing else in here at all? Oh boy, Makoto, I appreciate you being respectful. Okay, I guess that's literally all there is in here, but I'll talk to Byakuya and see if there's anything else he needs to say. You wanted to come here, right? So what is it you're looking for? Nothing in particular, I just thought we might find some kind of clue here. Clue that might help us understand Kyoko.
Come on.
You can't be serious. That's why you made me take time out of my search to come here? Sorry. Regardless, if you plan on poking around at random, you're doomed no matter how much time you take. Surely you have something more concrete. Something to give us some sort of direction here. More concrete. Oh, I know. Earlier, Kyoko gave me something. Oh, I forgot all about that. What's this?
It's true.
Consider it a symbol of my determination. Don't open it yet. Only open it if something ever happens to me. Well, we can't say for sure if she's dead or not, but I am very curious to see what's in that envelope. I'm sure I have it here somewhere. Found it. What's in the envelope? Kyoko gave it to me. She said if something ever happened, I should open it. Well, something has certainly happened, so open it. Okay. I opened the envelope and looked inside. Inside was a single piece of paper. Under the sheets.
What?
That's all that was in there? Yeah, it looks like it. Under the sheets, what could it be? Well, let's check under the sheets. Pretty logical, but could something be hidden under the bed sheets? Part of me didn't expect to find anything, but as I lifted up the sheets, she's in there. What's this? I found a crumpled up piece of paper. Oh, okay, it's information about Mukuro Ikusaba. Class 78 student registry. Mukuro Ikusaba?
I see.
It appears to be Mukuro Ikusaba's profile. Yeah, it looks like it. I definitely want to find out more about her. It's probably the other thing Kyoko stole when she snuck into the headmaster's room, along with the key. Oh yeah, it was a key and blank. That's it. This must be the blank that Monokuma was talking about. Kyoko said a death without meaning was unappealing, and this is what she left behind. I don't have time for your sentimental indulgences. Hurry up and finish your search. Okay. I made an effort to pull myself together and then looked down at the profile sheet. Name Mukuro Ikusaba. Sex female. The ultimate soldier. Although small for her age, she was a military specialist trained in every weapon type imaginable. She showed an interest in the military from childhood and soon found herself completely absorbed in it. Okay, this is like such a big stretch, but I wonder if Kyoko's actual identity is Mukuro Ikusaba. In elementary school, she won a survival game tournament and began writing for military magazines. Just before entering middle school, while she and her family went on vacation in Europe, she disappeared. And she did say that she was away from Japan for a while. She said she was like overseas or something, didn't she? And then she's like, what did you do to me? So I wonder if Kyoko realized she's Mukuro Ikusaba. Maybe she has some sort of like brainwashed and she finally realized that this is the person she is and she is the ultimate soldier. Maybe. Story of a young Japanese girl being kidnapped quickly took over Japanese media outlets. An intense international investigation turned up no information and she was never found. Maybe this is Kyoko's way of being like, this is who I am. You know, you wanted to know more about me? This is it. However, she reappeared in Japan 3 years later, alone and completely unannounced. She revealed she had joined a mercenary group known as Fenrir for those 3 years. She insisted she hadn't been kidnapped, that she received battle training of her own volition. However, she never revealed why she decided to return home when she did. I'm thinking Kyoko might be Mukuro. The Ultimate Soldier, a mercenary group. This doesn't feel real. The world I grew up in, it's like a completely different dimension. It's like one's non-fiction and the other is sci-fi. There's no way to even compare the two. That's how different this is. That was how I saw things as just an ordinary person, but then...
I see.
I never imagined I would hear the name Fenrir in a place like this. You recognize it?
Naturally.
The Fenrir Mercenary Corps is a collection of battle-crazed warmongers. But they do have their uses, and they always get the job done. That's worth remembering. This is all part of a world totally removed from the one I live in. I have to say I'm intrigued. Every rumor I've heard says that Fenrir has already... Uh-oh. I feel like our hero is becoming a bit player, and a bit player is becoming our hero. Damn, I should have known that we wouldn't get away with this. What have you got there in your pretty little hand? Uh-oh, you found her profile? So what if we did?
Hey.
Don't freak out on me. I'm not going to hold it against you or anything. And in case you're wondering, I don't hold it against Kyoko either, even though she stole it and hid it. After all, there's no rule against stealing, is there? But who I can't forgive is Miss Ogami, who broke the rules and busted into the headmaster's room. Well, Sakura's dead now, so there's not really much you can do about it. Maybe I'll drag her corpse out here and slice it up and devour it. Bears are omnivorous, you know. Okay, that's just horrible. Are rule violations really so unforgivable? You're quite adamant about those regulations of yours. Of course I am. A proper school life is built on the dedication to organization and order. Which is why even I, as a school headmaster, have to follow the regulations myself. Oh, so you're saying you have to follow your own rules as well?
Of course.
Absolutely. I can't have you complaining about how unfair it all is now, can I? In fact, on the subject of fairness, would you like to know something interesting? Interesting? It's about the one writing all the rules. They're actually one of the participants in this killing game. I don't think I ever actually told you how many participants there actually were, did I? Man, it just, like, keeps getting more and more crazy. I was thinking I should probably clarify that.
Hey,
When you all first got together in the main hall, way back when, oh my god, it's so weird to see everybody together. There were 15 people here, right? I think the first meeting may have led to a little misunderstanding among you all. Misunderstanding? Are you saying...
in other words...
That's right, there weren't actually 15 of you.
Yes, indeed.
The total number of students taking place in the killing game was actually 16. Well, I mean, that explains the extra, like, spot there during the class trials. Then...
Mukuro Ikusaba, the 16th student, lying hidden somewhere in this school.
Maybe Kyoko isn't Mukuro Ikusaba. I don't know anymore. Just when I think I'm starting to, like, get a grip on what's happening, it just pulls the rug out from under me.
The one they call the ultimate despair. Watch out for her.
The 16th student, Mukuro Ikusaba, she's part of the school life. So the one making all the regulations is...
Why?
Yeah, that's a good question, Byakuya. Why? Huh? Did you say something? Why are you telling us this? Oh, well, because... Like I told you, this killing game is desperately popular. You wouldn't believe the ratings. And since we've got so many viewers now, I wanted to make sure everyone was on the same page. I don't want to wake up to a hurricane of complaints and hate mail, you know?
Yes, indeed.
Makes sense? Not even a little bit.
Well, now.
Okay, that's all you get for now. Oh, actually, I do have some revenge to get, so I have an extra bonus for you. Revenge. Oh, I want to get back at that sneaky Miss Kirijiri. Sorry if I mispronounced her name again. So I'm going to share a little secret with you. Seriously?
Hey,
You know how she wears those stupid gloves day in, day out all the time? Oh, well, don't tell anyone I told you, but she wears them to cover a bunch of hideous scars that she doesn't want anyone to see. What? Okay, now that's all you get. Okay, so I mean, she did have that scar on her hand, but it's not like it was completely scarred up. Kyoko wears those gloves to cover up a bunch of scars? Wait, so on the back of her hands, that tattoo. Wait, but no. Monokuma specifically said they were scars, right? And that's why Kyoko wears those gloves, to hide the scars. Which means... those fake nails on the corpse. Are you thinking about Kyoko again? Huh?
What?
Forget about her. What matters right now is uncovering Monokuma's trap. His trap?
Such ignorance.
God must have really hated you to make you so dull. Don't you remember what Monokuma just told us? He said there were 16 students, right? Which means Mukuro was a student here.
That's right.
Obviously, Monokuma was trying to tell us that Mukuro is the one creating the rules to the game. But why would he tell us that? And why now? He said he wanted to make things clear so there wouldn't be complaints later. But the mere fact he said that proves that Mukuro is connected to this case. That's why Monokuma revealed the existence of a 16th student. He needs to make our investigation fair. Okay, so she did have a part in it. Mukuro is related to the case?
It's certainly possible.
Perhaps she's the one who killed Kyoko. Or maybe Kyoko is the one who killed her. Or maybe it's neither of them. Who friggin' knows in this game? That would explain why we have to have a class trial, wouldn't it? She's a student and she killed someone. That would make her part of the school killing game. Oh, I wonder if we're ever gonna meet her if she is still alive. Mukuro is the killer. She killed Kyoko? Anyone should be able to come to that conclusion, don't you think? In fact, that's exactly what I thought when the investigation first began.
What?
but based on what Monokuma just told us, I've changed my mind.
It's all clear now.
Oh, Mukuro Ikusaba isn't the culprit. Huh? What makes you say that? We thought Mukuro, the ultimate despair, was the mastermind's true identity. But if that's true, Monokuma's behavior makes no sense. Why would the mastermind go out of their way to reveal themselves to us? It's a good point.
So in other words,
Mukuro giving us information that would raise questions about her would be bold, to say the least. It makes more sense then to assume that Mukuro isn't the culprit. So that's the trap. They want us to suspect Mukuro and come to the wrong conclusion. That's what makes sense to me. Does that mean that I'm still the number one suspect? The way you say it definitely does seem possible, but if that's really true, if Mukuro isn't the killer, then who is? Well then, I believe our work here is finished. Let's move on. I'm sure there are other places in need of investigation. I should find out if the key and the dojo really are connected.
let's go.
Well, are you coming? So I do like the fact I'm with Byakuya just for the reason that at least I get to go right to the place where I need to go. Alright, well, let's give it a try. Alright, let's open it up and see what's in there. Makoto, do you see the locker farthest to the right? Yes, the one that says 6 on it? I'm not that
Very
dumb.
strange.
It's the only one that doesn't have a key in it at the moment. You understand what that means, right? Should probably use the key we found on that locker, right?
That's right.
Well, just try it. Okay. I gotta do everything around here. Took out the woodblock key and inserted it into the locker's metal lock and... click. The locker eagerly accepted the key and it opened. Oh! There are arrows in here. It looks like 10 arrows in total. Look like they're made of titanium, which means they're quite strong despite how thin they are. Of course, without a bow, they're nothing but strong little sticks. Strong sticks. Not what I was expecting to see opening this up, but I wasn't quite sure what to expect. Oh, there's something else inside the locker. It's a wadded up ball of duct tape. I wonder what it was used for. Ooh, is that a blood stain?
See.
If it is, then that means it must surely be related to the case. This duct tape is related to the case somehow. I wonder if that was used to duct tape the tarp? But how could it possibly be involved? Because it is weird that there's no blood on the tarp at all if that was what was used to kill the body. Or kill the body, geez, sorry. Carry the body. I think that's all the locker has to offer for now. Something wrong?
Very strange.
It's very odd, don't you think? The locker was hiding items that were clearly related to the case. But how did the key to the locker wind up in the victim's room?
Why?
Or perhaps... Uh-oh. Is he suspecting me of something? Byakuya? Forget it. Come on, we need to continue to the next location. Huh? What next location?
What?
There's still something we need to look into. We need to do more research on Fenrir. I don't know if I'm saying that right. That sounds so strange. Fenrir? You mean the mercenary group that Mukuro was part of? But how are we supposed to find out about that? Isn't it obvious? Where in the school would you go to do research on something? It's been a while since we've been to the library. You talking about the archive? That's right, the archive has all kinds of info that the general public doesn't have access to.
Let's go.
We only have so much time before the trial begins. Let's hurry. I think things are starting to come together, but there's still so much I don't know about. I believe there was a file related to Fenrir somewhere over here. Byakuya seemed to know the archive like the back of his hand and went straight to a shelf in the back. Oh, here we go. He quickly returned with a file in hand. Alright, let's see what this has to say.
See.
Take a look at this. I have no idea what it says. What language is this? How did you make it all the way to high school without learning a single word of French? It's like as embarrassing as to admit. I'm Canadian. I went to an immersion school and I can barely speak any French now. So how do you expect Japanese students to know French? I get it. He went to a private school. He knows everything. He's the best, blah, blah, blah. But it's man, pretty sure most high schoolers can't speak French. Well, whatever. I'll read it for you, but I expect you to repay your debt 100 times over. Okay, 100 times. Isn't that kind of extreme? Fenrir is an elite fighting unit based out of the Middle East. Unlike military contractors, they are a fierce group of soldiers who engage in direct combat. They claim that a single member is equivalent to an entire company of regular soldiers. Just like Fenrir, the Wolf of Ragnarok, their mere presence is enough to strike fear into any enemy. They have been involved in countless military battles and operations, most of which are highly classified. However, some time ago, they completely ceased all activity. At present, their continued existence cannot be confirmed. There are unconfirmed reports that the key members of the group were all neutralized. Rumors indicate they were killed to keep them from revealing the many state secrets they'd acquired. Some, however, believe that they were mounting internal tension between... there was mounting internal tension within the group and they simply imploded.
What?
Okay, I don't really... I know just as little as I did before. This all just sounds like some kind of alternate reality. Well, it isn't. This is our reality, the only reality. These people are part of our world. Their battlefields aren't much different from our lives here, an unpredictable, unimaginable world. That's what makes it all so exciting. Yeah, of course he gets excited by this. Exciting definitely isn't the word I would use. So did anything jump out at you? This may be your last opportunity to learn about Fenrir. Well, there was that Wolf of Ragnarok, which was highlighted. Now that you mention it, the report says something about where the name Fenrir comes from, right? That's right, it says Fenrir is the Wolf of Ragnarok. Speaking of which, would you like to know something interesting related to that? Yeah. To show that they're a member of the team... Oh, the wolf. The tattoo. Oh, snap. Oh, snap. Oh, snap. Get a tattoo representing Fenrir somewhere on their body. What? They got a tattoo of Fenrir? Could that mean... Okay, so either Mukuro Ikusaba was the person who got killed, or Hyoko is secretly Mukuro, and I don't know. I don't know what's going on, but it doesn't matter because it's the class trial time. Woo! It's a weird thing to be excited about, but I have so many questions I want answered.
Time is utterly silent, and yet it constantly assaults us organisms, the Earth, natural phenomena. It damages us little by little until the end. You should really think about that. Anyway, it's time to begin the class trial!
Let's do it!
So, please meet up in the usual spot.
The last class trial. I am so excited and nervous.
See you later!
Especially because, as of now, I am the main suspect. Then the time has come. All we can do now is try to uncover the truth during the class trial.
That's right.
It would seem that way. Let's go. He still doesn't trust me, I bet. Okay, let's do it. This is potentially the last time I have to walk through these doors. Oh, there's so few people. Whoa, Byakuya and Makoto showed up together. Where the heck have you two been? You've just disappeared without a word. We were investigating, of course. How could you not figure that out by this point? Makoto's ranked high enough for you guys to go off together? Just the two of you? And it's a good thing I'm not a girl, or else I think I'd be dead by now. What, are you jealous?
Hey.
Or are you making up some kind of creepy fantasy for yourself? Maybe a little bit of column A, a little bit of column B. Stop talking and brace yourself. Brace yourselves. He'll be here any second. Any second. He could show up at any time. When I imagined when that was about to happen, I immediately tensed up and prepared myself. But... we stood there for 5 full minutes waiting for something weird to happen. And then 5 minutes became 10. What is going on here? What's going on here? Why hasn't Monokuma showed up yet?
Could it be?
Maybe he died again? What should we do? Should we keep waiting here, or... Nope. Or what? Jesus. Did I scare you?
Come on.
I demand an explanation. Why did you waste my time and make me wait like that? What? I made you wait? You've got it all backwards. You're the ones making me wait. Huh?
In other words,
Oh, I'm waiting for everyone to arrive. We can't start till everyone's here now, can we? Oh my god, so does that mean Kyoko's still here, or is Mukuro gonna show up? What are you talking about? Everyone is here. We've all been waiting for you. Sorry, but you're wrong. But I've been waiting 10 minutes now, so it's okay if I punish the one making us all wait, right? If we all agree it's a violation, I'll arrange a punishment right now. If it's me you're waiting for, I'm here. When we heard that voice, we all spun around to look.
Hey.
Kyoko! Kyoko is alive! Yes! I have so many questions, but I don't care. I'm just happy she's here. I'm here, and no rule's been broken. Kyoko! I have like a million questions to ask you, girl. Kyoko, you're still alive? But that also could mean that she's the killer and she might end up dying anyway, so I don't know. That's a ghost. Stop talking. If you want to fight, do it at the class trial. You need to save some of the fun for later, right?
What?
But is it okay that there's no particular penalty for being late?
Is that right?
I made it here just fine. What school regulation did I violate? Am I wrong? Oh, it's so suspicious that she just showed up now. She wasn't here for any of the investigation or anything. You're so selfish, so spoiled. You're right, there's no penalty officially, but I bet you'll be sorry later. No, I'll make sure you're sorry later. Anyway, hustle your butts onto the elevator. I'll be just one step ahead of ya. When Monokuma was gone, we all rushed up to Kyoko. Kyoko! So you really didn't die?
Indeed.
Of course I didn't die. Thank God, I'm so glad you're okay. Perhaps, but that's not necessarily a good thing for us. Huh? Of course it's not gonna be good for us. He's right, now we gotta deal with a goat. Oh god, Carol, I wanna smack you. I told you, stop talking.
Let's go.
Come on, let's just go. Whatever we need to discuss, we can do it during the trial. Without ever looking directly at Kyoko, Byakuya stepped into the elevator. Master, wait for me! Good call. Who knows what might happen to us if we take too long.
But
I'll be happy when this trial is all over. One after another, everyone piled into the elevator. But I couldn't help myself. I had to talk to Kyoko before the trial started. Oh my god, girl, like, what the hell? First of all, that's my first question. Listen, before we get started, I have to ask you. Where have you been this whole time? You used that key of yours to go somewhere, didn't you? So...
Correct.
I went to investigate the second floor of the dorms. The second floor?
That's right.
There aren't any monitors or cameras there, so I was able to avoid Monokuma completely. Of course, I also missed his announcement because of that. I want to believe that. I really do. I had no idea a body had been discovered. Then, when did you find out?
So...
Just now. I finished my search and came back down, just in time to hear the class trial announcement. That seems a little bit too convenient. I took some time to go over the crime scene first. I can't go to a trial completely uninformed, can I? So that's why you were late.
However...
I'm sorry I kept you all waiting. I want to believe her so bad. But if you were on the second floor of the dorms, then that's what the key you found goes to?
Wrong.
Actually, to be precise, not quite.
In other words...
I used Monokuma's secret tool, which can open any lock in the school. What? Girl, if you had a secret lock that can open any room, like, I would just leave. If there was a door just to walk out, I would. I'd be like, peace out, everyone. I'm sorry. I'm going.
just a second.
Hey, what are you two doing? Hurry up before we get in trouble with Monokuma.
Makoto.
We can go over all the details after we go through the trial, okay, Makoto? Right now, I just want to focus on surviving our current situation.
It would seem...
Because this is probably the single most crucial moment so far for me. For her? That's a strange way to put it. The class trial is important for everyone, right? So why would you say it's a crucial moment for her?
Goodbye.
Well, if that's all... Seemingly unconcerned, Kyoko made her way to the elevator. I'm just overthinking what she said, right? Alright, well, let's do it. Man, what to make of all this? The door slid shut. This time, the clunking was loud enough to hurt my ears, and the dread began to consume me once again. I can't imagine ever getting used to the mental pressure that comes with preparing for an execution. In that dusty darkness, nobody said a word. We just stood there, silent and still. After an immeasurable period of time, the doors opened without warning. A dazzling light penetrated every depth of my eyes. But it wasn't the illuminating light of hope. It was the blinding light of despair. Ew. This is, pretty gaudy looking. Oh, I've been waiting for this. I feel like it's been forever since we got together like this. The time for pointless jokes and jabs have passed. Let's get on with the show. And so, the curtain opened for the 5th time. A deadly judgment, a deadly deception, a deadly betrayal. A deadly riddle, a deadly defense, a deadly faith, a deadly class trial. Alright, so I have got my skills all set, put a new one in there, and I am ready to go. So let's get this class trial started, and wish me luck, guys. I don't know how hard this one's gonna be. This is gonna be an interesting one.
Let's begin with a basic explanation of the class trial. So, your votes will determine the results. If you can figure out who done it, then only they will receive punishment. But then I'll punish everyone.
Sorry, didn't mean to skip ahead. Although we know all this.
The one that deceived everyone else will graduate.
This is only our 5th time. We're veterans by now. We get it.
Okay, well, I'll leave the rest up to you.
Oh wow, he's not even like, he's just, all right, we're gonna get right into it then.
Well,
Okay.
Let's discuss the specifics of the victim.
Yeah, it's tough because we don't even know really who the victim is. We've never interacted with the victim before. If it is Mukuro, like, who knows?
First, we need to clarify who exactly the unidentified victim is. It's Kyoko. There's no other explanation.
Oh my god, Hiro, you're still on the ghost theory?
Kyoko's standing right there.
No, that's a ghost.
Ugh, just get out of here. Get out of this trial. No one wants to listen to you. I'm gonna put a gag order on
She
you.
has legs and stuff.
Alright, Tina, yes, that's a good reason for why someone couldn't be a ghost.
Well, that's just because she's like the latest evolution in ghost technology.
Can someone get some, like, duct tape and just, keep him quiet for a bit?
There's a limit to how much ridiculousness I can tolerate.
I agree with Byakuya for once.
Okay. So I just have to prove that the corpse isn't Kyoko, right? Then let's compare Kyoko's traits to the traits of the dead body.
Her traits?
One important trait Kyoko has that proves the body doesn't belong to her face? I guess the gloves. That's a big thing, was talking about the gloves and the hands and everything, so I'm guessing it's probably that. Although her face would be an
Talking about her
acceptable answer
gloves.
too, right?
They'll give us some insight into the mystery. I'm sure of it.
In that case, I think it would be helpful if someone explained why she actually wears those gloves.
Yeah, it's the scarring.
And would you happen to know the answer?
Ooh, she's a little defensive about it.
In fact, Monokuma told me. Apparently you have scars on your hands you don't want anyone to see.
Yeah. It's weird that Kyoko is actually, like, seemingly self-conscious about it. She doesn't seem like the type to be.
You know, now that I think about it, the corpse wasn't wearing any gloves, right?
They probably just got burnt up in the explosion. I'm not convinced.
No.
The ghost is just trying to fool us all.
I'm trying to remember, no, she wasn't wearing gloves before, because I think even when we first found the body, I, like, noticed the fingernails and, like, the thing on her hand. There's no way that corpse was Kyoko. But if I can't prove why, we're gonna be stuck here and the case won't move forward. So I don't have any choice, but this is just such a waste of time, like, all because Hiro is convinced that it's a ghost. Okay, good, we've got the 3 there. So, as I always do at the beginning of the trial, I'm just going to take a quick note of the, of all this stuff here. And someone told me that I should take better use of using the concentration. I never do that, so I should probably be better about it. So it's R1 for concentration. Okay, fast forward circle. Truth bullets to fire. Loading the truth bullets. And yeah, okay, so I think I've got...
So there is just a ghost.
So I just have to remember to have the right thing picked here.
Okay, then prove it. Prove she's not a ghost.
The dead body wasn't wearing gloves.
They got burnt up in the explosion.
Then she was wearing gloves before the explosion?
Like I said, I don't think she was.
Yeah, she must have been wearing gloves. Because that corpse is absolutely Kyoko.
This entire discussion is idiotic.
Yeah, it really is. I know if that body isn't Kyoko's, and I know I can prove it. Okay, so it's gotta be something to do, it's obviously something to do with the gloves.
Impossible.
And so it's gonna be either the nails or it's the tattoo.
The dead body wasn't wearing gloves.
They got burnt up in the explosion.
Oh, is it the nails or is it...
Well, yeah, she must have been wearing gloves. Because that corpse is absolutely Kyoko.
This entire discussion is
I'm gonna
idiotic.
try the nails. Just because... Like...
That Kyoko there is just
I don't know,
a ghost.
I just feel like the nails were the first thing I noticed when I saw the hand.
Prove it.
Proof the dead body wasn't wearing gloves.
They got burnt up in the explosion.
Then she was wearing gloves before the explosion?
Okay,
Yeah, she must have been wearing gloves.
please be right, please be right. Okay, good. That was a complete guess. I was like, it's either it's the nails or the tattoo.
No, there's no way the corpse was wearing gloves. Whoever it was, they were wearing fake nails, remember? I imagine trying to wear gloves over nails like
Oh,
that would have been a pretty big
didn't think
pain.
of that the reason why. I was like, I've had fake nails and worn gloves over them, so I didn't think about that.
Besides, Kyoko wears gloves to hide her hands, right? It'd be pretty weird for someone who's self-conscious
I didn't think
their
about that
hands
either.
to wear fake nails.
I admit,
Don't
like
you
I said,
think?
I just picked the fake nails because they were the first thing I saw with the hands, and I was just like, I don't know, it just fake nails. It doesn't seem like Kyoko would have fake nails.
Man, you don't know women, huh? They're complicated like that.
Oh yeah, you're one to talk, Hero. You don't know anything.
If anyone doesn't know women, it's you.
Thank you, Hina.
Well, Kyoko, any thoughts?
These gloves were custom made to the size of my hands to make sure they don't interfere with my daily life. If I wore fake nails, the gloves wouldn't fit properly.
Oh my god, this is like a really old reference, but this is reminding me of like the O.J. Simpson trial where it's like, if the gloves fit, you must acquit. So it's like that same kind of thing going on here.
And that's that. The dead body doesn't belong to Kyoko.
I'm glad we've cleared that up, even though it really didn't need to be cleared up because she's right there.
Which should have been obvious. since
Yeah,
she's
thank
standing
you.
right
Oh, I
here.
hate that I'm in like so much in agreement with Yaki. It feels dirty.
Okay, so then, who's the real victim? First, we need to figure that out.
That's the first thing I said. You're the one who's been dragging us around in circles.
For once, Byakuya, I'm going to take you down on the most hated list. Hero, you're up at the top right now. Before anything, we have to identify the victim. Everything starts from there. Oh, good. Another. I love these because I don't have to do the flash thing. I'm like, I know it's one of these three. It's just a matter of making sure I've got the right one picked.
Then who died?
There's gotta be some way to figure it out. I don't think so. The face was scorched beyond recognition. And there wasn't any description in the Monokuma file. Well, if we can't identify the body...
Then there's nothing else we can do, right?
Okay, and the one thing that can tell us was on the victim's own body. Oh, once again, it's pretty much told me exactly which one to pick. See, you guys told me that the second Danganronpa, they aren't quite as obvious about like telling you like this is the thing that you need to pick. So I like that because it is fun to figure it out on your own.
Kyoko really is
So it's gonna
still
be the
alive.
tattoos.
Then who died?
It's just a matter of picking the right one here.
There's gotta be some way to... I don't think so. The face was scorched beyond recognition. And there wasn't any description in the Monokuma file. Well, if we can't identify the body...
Then there's nothing else we can do, right?
Okay, so it's gotta be that thing about not being able to identify the body. Alright, so we'll skip on ahead.
Then who died? There's gotta be some... I don't think so. The face was scorched, and there wasn't any description in the Monokuma file. Well, if we can't identify the body...
Go, 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 go! Yes!
No, that's wrong.
There we go.
There was was one clue left behind that we can use
Okay,
to
so far I'm
identify the
doing
body.
well, but I can't get too cocky because this always happens with the class trial and then I screw up.
What? For real? If you're lying, you'll die a cruel and unusual death.
Oh, an unusual death. This I gotta see.
I hate you more and more, Hero.
She's just being stupid.
Thank you, Hina. I'm glad you're on my
Tell us
side.
what you're talking about.
The key to figuring out who it was is the tattoo on the back of her hand.
Oh yeah. The design's pretty strange, huh? Is this a dog? Her master must have made her get it.
Oh my god.
You're my bitch.
Okay, Toko. We're getting a little bit too much into your mind right now and I don't like it.
Seriously? They really did something that humiliating?
No, that's not it. The identity of the victim is hidden within that tattoo.
Oh, really?
If you compare the tattoo to other information we have, the victim's identity should be clear. Okay, so it's, is it this one? There it is, okay.
I got it! The Fenrir Mercenary Corps.
Okay, I was saying it right,
That's the name
Fenrir.
of the military group Mukuro Ikusaba belonged to.
Okay, so...
To show that they're a member of the team, each soldier that joins the squad would get a tattoo representing Fenrir somewhere on their
Fenrir.
body.
Okay, gotta remember to say it like that, Fenrir.
Fenrir?
The image that represents Fenrir is... Oh, alright, Hangman's Gibbets. Ouch. This one's pretty easy. Nope. Come on, give me a red F. There we go. That was the easiest one yet. I think they'd get progressively harder as the trials go on, but alright.
The representation of Fenrir is a wolf.
Fenrir, the Wolf of Ragnarok. It's from Norse mythology. A huge, world-ending wolf beast. He's the child of the trickster god Loki, and a female giant.
Man, after all this time, we finally got a glimpse of the literary all-star.
Yeah, it is interesting too. It's like that's kind of the first time we've really seen Toko, although I didn't talk to her all that much, but like it showed just how much she knows about literature.
Wolf tattoo. And that means...
Exactly. The body we found had a tattoo of a wolf.
So I guess the idea, well, that's kind of out the window now about Kyoko secretly being Mukuro. Although I wouldn't be surprised if that still could possibly happen.
Which means that person must have once belonged to Fenrir. So it must have been Mukuro.
What?
Hold on. Isn't she the one that was behind this whole thing?
You sound surprised, but you're absolutely
Oh,
right.
okay.
Yes, indeed. The trial this
Oh,
time
okay,
is to
well, I
solve
mean,
the
that's
murder
just-
of Mukuro Ikusaba.
Alright, he just told us plain as day. I guess,
Are you saying the mastermind is dead? And now we have to have a true last trial?
No. It means we were wrong in
Oh.
thinking that Mukuro was the mastermind at all.
of course, it's just like twists and turns, right?
But I mean, being the ultimate despair
No,
seems like a
except
pretty
Mukuro
mastermind
was the
title to
ultimate
me.
soldier, not the ultimate despair.
Maybe we shouldn't have been thinking of her as the ultimate despair in the first place. After all, looking at her profile, I didn't see anything that would fit such a description. All it said was that she was the ultimate soldier.
Still don't know who
If I
Kyoko is,
remember
though.
correctly,
I
that
hope
other
they tell
information
us
came
eventually.
from Kyoko. That's what you told Makoto, right?
Is Kyoko secretly the mastermind?
So that means Kyoko got it wrong?
And who was she? Who
Is
was
Kyoko the
Mukuro
ultimate
Ikusaba?
despair?
She's been gone this whole time, and when she finally turns up, she gets killed. Usually when there's a scene where an important character dies, it has a lot more detail.
Fourth wall breaking.
So you're saying she wasn't an important character? Which would mean she was the same as us. Just another participant.
That we didn't see at all.
Then who's the real mastermind?
I can just imagine Mukuro just like hiding in the walls and just like scrambling into the kitchen to grab food to sustain herself and then like running back into the walls and nobody saw her like a rat.
It must have been the Hope's Peak Academy headmaster after all.
No, the headmaster has nothing to do with it.
Oh, I just want
But
answers.
how can we trust that? We already know your information about Mukuro was wrong.
My information was not wrong.
Come on, Kyoko, lay it on us. Give us the information, please.
Okay. We're in the middle of a trial right now.
Oh,
Figuring
Monokuma's
out
like,
who
ooh,
killed
you're getting a little
Mukuro
bit too
is
close to the
first
truth, and I don't like
foremost.
that.
Please limit all future prattle, chatter, and chit-chat as much as possible.
Ugh, I felt like we were getting somewhere there.
Fine. Uncovering the identity of the mastermind will have to wait. But remember this. No matter what happens, we will find out who you really are. I stake my family name on it.
I have officially decided to completely ignore all such attempts at provocation. Now then, just so nobody's confused, let me state this one more time for the record. The reason we're having a class trial is because a murder among the students has taken place. Hammer that point straight into your big ol' brains!
I am surprised too about like if this person was the ultimate soldier that they weren't, I guess like wanting to get out and like since they're such good soldiers they should be able to just kill people off no problem, but I guess maybe they didn't want to be seen either so they just stayed out of it, which is actually pretty smart.
What you're saying is that both the victim and the culprit are part of the student body?
Then, one of us killed Mukuro?
Oh, that's another thing I didn't even think about that. I still have to figure out who killed Mukuro. Was it me? Was it Kyoko?
Wait, no. There's a chance that there's some mystery 17th person who's been hiding all along.
Hero, I wouldn't be friggin' surprised at this point if there was a 17th person.
Nope. There are only 16 students in total that have been taking part in these events.
But it is weird that Monokuma would like let the 16 student abstain from being involved at all in these class trials.
Seriously? Then one of us killed Mukuro?
Because he's all about making sure everybody is present, and yet this Mukuro was somehow not didn't have to be here at all.
Who did it? Who's the killer this time?
Get a hold of yourself. We've already narrowed down the list of possible suspects.
He still suspects me.
I'm sure you realize who I'm talking about, right, Makoto? Who the
Yeah,
evidence points
me. Based on what we know, there can only be two suspects. Yeah, it's the two of us.
I got it! You've narrowed it down to Kyoko and me, right?
Why do you say that?
Allow me to explain. Just after nighttime last night, I went to the garden, so I can confirm that at that point, there was no dead
Although
body
Bianca
there.
could be lying about that. There's no one there to corroborate that he didn't see a body there,
So,
or that he was even
murder
in the
must have
garden.
taken place after I left the garden. However, Hiro, Toko, Hina, and I were in the gym the entire time.
The gym?
Oh, she seems surprised by that.
That's right. The four of us were there trying to dismantle Monokuma. The whole time, we were very careful not to go anywhere alone. We even went to the bathroom in pairs. All of which is to say, the four of us all have alibis. The only ones without alibis
Are me and Makoto. That's why you're able to narrow down the list of suspects.
exactly so.
I'd love if she threw it back in his face and be like, well, can anyone prove other than you that you didn't see a body? So the only suspects now are me and Kyoko. Damn it, I can't let this stand. Somehow I have to clear my name. Oh, but that means that I gotta throw Kyoko under the bus.
I have something I'd like to say regarding the whole alibi thing.
Are you thinking of raising an objection?
Well, before that, I just want to try and get a better idea of what time the murder took place. Doing that might reveal some kind of clue.
Oh, that's right, because there's a whole thing about the body. Because the body came into, or at least we suspect the body was put in the garden after 7:30 a.m.
Whatever you
because
want.
of the sprinklers.
Somebody go ahead and help him out.
me and Byakuya can both confirm that the body wasn't in the garden at, well, it was after nighttime for sure.
No, so I guess Byakuya does have...
It must have been around 10 o'clock.
I guess he does have an alibi, damn it.
So the murder must have happened after 10 p.m.
Then I guess we can say the time frame for the murder was between then and when we found the body? Oh, but what time did we find the body?
The one who saw the body first was Toko, right? And she went to go get the pickaxe.
Okay, so that was around 9:30? So what time was the body discovered? Okay, 9 o'clock.
I got it! The
Gotta
body
remember
must have
the
been
times, I
discovered
have
at
to be
9
careful
a.m.,
about that.
Since that's when Toko went to get the pickaxe.
Now then, Toko, what time is it? Well, when we left the gym, it was just before 9 o'clock, so it's probably 9 on the dot now. Alright, go get the pickaxe and be back here by 9:01.
He's right. It had to be around then.
So we can be totally sure the murder happened sometime between 10 at night and 9 in the morning.
For me, I was already asleep before nighttime hit, so I don't have an alibi after 10 o'clock. But I'm sure I met up with everyone else before 9 this morning.
We ran into each other in the dining hall, right? That was around... Oh yeah! Right around 7:30.
7:30, which is the same time the sprinklers go off.
So I'm totally sure about it.
Which means from 10 p.m. to 7:30 a.m., you don't have an alibi.
But, according to the sprinklers and state of the body, the murder must have happened after... Well, not necessarily the murder, but at least the body being brought to the garden must have happened after 7:30, so I have an alibi, which means Kyoko, unfortunately, doesn't. The murder happened between 10 p.m. and 9 a.m., and I don't have an alibi from 10 p.m. till 7:30 a.m. Okay, then, it looks like the game has begun. If I can't prove an alibi for that period, then I just have to prove the murder didn't happen during the time I don't have an alibi. To do that, I have to make it clear when the body ended up in the garden. Yeah, I think it's gonna. I have a feeling it's gonna be the sprinklers. The sprinklers might be saving my butt.
We've established a time frame for the murder. It took place somewhere between 10 o'clock at night and 9 o'clock in the morning.
Yep, and Makoto doesn't have an alibi for most of that time.
Yeah, from 10 o'clock to 7:30.
That's more than enough time to commit murder, I should think. So Makoto, if you have any objections, now would be the time.
Alright, so there's something that happens in the garden at the same time every morning. Thinking back, the corpse was almost totally dry, in which case I should be able to figure out when the body must have appeared in the garden. Okay, let me just... Okay, I'm just gonna verify. Hold on just a second. I know it's at 7:30. It can be assumed that the body had been in the garden before 7:30, it would have gotten wet. Okay, so...
It took place somewhere between 10 o'clock at night.
Okay, so I could object there, but there was also someone brought up the 7:30 thing.
That's more than enough time to commit murder.
Oh no, okay, do I object at the 10 at night or the 7:30 in the morning? Okay, I'm gonna try the 10 o'clock at night. If not, then it's 7:30.
10 o'clock at night.
Please be right. Oh my god, I was a little afraid that was gonna be the wrong one. I thought it would have to be the 7:30, but whoo, doing good so far, you guys.
The murder couldn't have happened anywhere near 10 o'clock. It had to have taken place way later.
And what makes you say that?
Let's just hope I keep running along with this good luck here.
Because of the sprinklers in the garden. The sprinklers are set to go off right at 7:30 every morning, right? So if the body had been in the garden before 7:30, then it should have been completely soaked.
Oh, hold on! I remember this part perfectly. The body was wet. Dripping wet.
Damn it, Toko. No! That was my one thing that I was, like, banking on.
Sorry, Toko, but you're wrong.
Oh, that's because we put it out, right? With the water bucket.
I'm wrong? How? Are you saying only the mouth down south was wet?
What?
How dare you spew such indecent words?
Ew, Meltdown South. Ew, Toko, gross.
No, I'm saying that the body was wet, but not because of the sprinklers.
What do you mean? By denying the sprinkler, are you trying to deny my entire existence?
What?
Man,
Okay, Toko, you shut up too,
totally
please.
wacko.
Hiro, Toko, you guys aren't allowed to talk anymore.
You really think it wasn't the sprinkler? You'd better tell us why!
I need to prove it wasn't the sprinklers that got the body wet. Well, this is easy enough. Oh, jeez. Oh, jeez. Oh, crap. Okay. Wait. Wait, it's been a while since I've done this. Okay. Every time I have to do this. Oh, yeah, and there's that whole thing, too. I have to make sure to choose the right truth bullets. Ah, okay, so R1 to choose truth bullet, triangle, final strike. Fever time, reload. Okay, I think I've got it here.
I admit nothing. I hate you. No! I don't know anything.
That's right, you don't know anything, Toko.
Are you trying to blame me?
Oh, shoot. Oh.
I admit nothing. I hate you. No! I don't know anything. Hold on. Are you trying to blame me? I admit nothing. Are you trying to blame me? I admit nothing. I hate you. No!
Okay, final strike.
How can you say it wasn't
Sure?
the
Yes?
Should prove it.
Yes? Was that right? It didn't let me choose anything else. Okay. I did it? Yes? Yes? I just...
remember what the body was like after the
Oh my god.
explosion,
I
and
barely
you'll
even
see
had a
why it
chance to see
wasn't
what
the
that was. I was
sprinklers.
hitting the L1 button. I'm like, there's nothing else popping up. Okay, cool. I'm just coasting through this so far. I haven't really hit any speed bumps, so I'm feeling good.
The top half of the body was wet, yes, but the bottom half was completely dry. If the sprinklers got the body wet, shouldn't the whole body have been wet?
So they only got the top wet? The bottom was completely dry? What a brutal maniac! I'm so sick of her.
Yeah, Hina. Yeah.
Let's just move on.
Yeah, let's
The
do
reason
that.
only the top half was wet was because
Oh yeah, I guess she was knocked out during this whole thing, so she didn't see any of this happen.
while the body was still on fire, I doused it with water. But only the part on fire, the top half.
Oh, then I guess the sprinklers really did that.
Yes, thank you. Finally.
So if the sprinklers didn't get the body wet, then the murder must have taken place sometime after the sprinklers turned on at 7:30 in the morning.
And the only person who wasn't there and who doesn't have an alibi is Kyoko.
Which means she must have been killed sometime between then and when the body was discovered at 9.
But Makoto's alibi was only missing from 10 o'clock last night to 7:30
I'm sorry, Kyoko. I'm sorry, but like it's you or me.
So there's no way Makoto could have done it. I guess you had an alibi after all. Good for you.
Thanks.
In which case, the only one left without an alibi is Kyoko.
Kyoko's the only one without an alibi, which would mean that Mukuro's killer is... No, I refuse to believe it. Kyoko murdered someone? That's...
I'd just like to say one thing. If you vote for me and I die here, the mystery of this school will stay hidden forever. Which is why I can't let that happen.
Oh god, so it's gonna be me or her.